Alright guys, we're here with another brew day. This time we're doing a proper brew day with sparging, and we're going to be doing water chemistry and taking pre-boil gravities and all that sort of jazz. We're doing a 4 oat cream NEIPA today, so we're going to be using lactose. We've got 4 different types of oats. I'll put a link to the description for the recipe, which you can find on the Grainfather app. And again, like I did in my previous one, I'm going to be letting the Grainfather app sort of hold my hand a little bit more than I probably am used to. So this time, I realized last time I didn't actually put the full recipe in because I had to, while it was mashing, I went and did the hops, and so yeah, I didn't get the alerts. This time everything's loaded in as per normal, and so we're going to see how that performs, and looking forward to the beer that we're going to make as well. So coming up to temp, we've got 25 litres of water in there. It's taken just over 40 minutes to come from 20 degrees up to the strike temp of around 72. So let's get stuck in. Got just about 7 kilos of grains ready to go, and the system will maintain my strike temp until I'm ready to proceed. We're in. We just go add grains now, and then oh, I better connect up the recirculation. Let's do that. I'm just going to start with a nice low speed. Caution pump's going to turn on, so yeah, it does hold your hand a bit, which is really great for new brewers and just for when you're trying to juggle multiple things as well. So far so good. I'm just going to try and rest this on top. So you're getting a lot of recirculation here. I mean, I could, if I wonder what happens if I let it go. If I go full ball, I guess we are getting coverage of the water creeping over here. I just wonder whether with the lower water to grist ratio, if that's going to just push most of that out and not get to this area of the grist. Just have to wait and see, I guess. I'll take a pH reading. Yes, it's quite free flowing over here, but thick over this side, so I want to make sure that we get plenty of water movement through, because there's plenty of flow. I did like the old G40 system where you could sort of set the flow rate to be that it would get across the whole grain bed, as opposed to, I mean, I might be stressing about it more than I need to, but you know, just throttle that back. I don't think we need to go quite that fast. So 2 minutes in, and we're sort of back down to 69 degrees. So it's first couple of minutes. Very nice. We're about 10 minutes into the mash. We've got a fair movement over the top of the grain bed. I've got this throttled back to about 50%. I'm actually quite happy with that. And temperature's nice and stable. We've just dipped down to 66.5. But I'm pretty happy with how stable it is. It's staying within half a degree, which is totally fine. Yeah, so far, so good. Okay, we're about 40 minutes into the mash, and you can see we're starting to get starting to clear up, which is good. Last time, because it was fanging around so much, I wasn't getting as much clarification or filtration through the grist, so that seems to be much better, running it at about 50%. I'm still getting plenty of water through the grain bed too. Alrighty, so we're nearly at the end of the mash out. Temperature's been within half a degree the whole time, and we're just about to head to mash out, and I will of course put the times up There we go, just gone to mash out, and as you can see it's heating up, so we'll get a time on that when it's finished. Okay, so we'll see if we're just getting close to the mash out temperature. My first brew on the previous version of the firmware, it took ages to get up to the mash out, and you can see the power to the elements gradually being reduced. It seems from memory to not be as lowering it as aggressively, so hopefully they may have tweaked the PID algorithm. Also, I'm assuming that the beautiful sarong coat that the well, it's a beach towel, let's be honest, that's probably helping with the temperature being a little bit more stable as well. So that took 10 minutes to get from 67 to 76. That's pretty respectable. Alrighty, so it's the end of mash. Mash finished, press set to continue. Now, last time I didn't do this. I'm going to do it this time. We're going to lift up the overflow pipe so when we turn it off, we don't suck grain up. Okay, pumps off. Open up the ball valve. Now, just to get an accurate level reading, I'm just going to run the pump, then turn it off again, reset the level. Find that helps. And that can come off. Ouch, that's kind of hot. Right. So it says lift the grain basket up, which I will do. Then we're going to go OK. Alrighty, so now it's asking to sparge. So that's a much less disturbed grain bed than before. Just going to turn this off. Okay, that's the end of the sparge by the looks of it. And we'll just heat up to the boil. We're already at 81 degrees. Alrighty, we've just come up to the boil and the time is 3:05. How long did that take? So that took half an hour to get up to boil. That's not too bad at all. Right, that's pretty much fully drained. Nearly got something big enough for this grain basket. Just put that there. So that's what the boil is, which is okay. I have to say it is much better than without the insulation. So I'm just going to give this a quick stir. And I left the grain basket on the whole way. With the wide surface area, I'm not really worried about a boil over. I mean, if you're obviously doing a full 40 litre batch, I would be, but I'd rather have the faster heat up time. Boil reached. Here's my hop additions. So this is a Warrior 60-minute addition. Add the boil hops. There we go. And the timer has started and we're away. Take a gravity sample. Right, this is 32 minutes, well, 32 minutes to go, so about halfway through the boil. So, okay, we're in with 200 grams of dextrose and 500 grams of lactose. Decided to up the lactose just because it wasn't going to hang on to 100 grams of lactose for anything. It's nearly time to connect the chiller up. We're going to go down to Whirlpool temperatures. Alright, reach the end of the boil, set, add the hop stand hops. Now before I do that, I'm just going to connect up the chiller. Right, just to flush this out. Okay. Yep, no issues that time because it wasn't a user error. Alright, so let's hook up the chiller. Don't drop those Whirlpool hops. Time to add the Whirlpool hops. I'll put up on screen what this is. There's a fair whack ton of Eclipse, Amarillo, Simcoe and Denali. Okay, so they're added. Give them a good stir, but not too long. Added the hops, and now we're going to start chilling. Oh my god, that smells amazing. Yeah, so that's 91 at the bottom and 31 coming out of there. It's pretty good. Groundwater's probably only what, low 20s. Smells mandarin, skin. Oh, so good. I'm going to stop that there, I think. I don't want it to get too low because I do want some bitterness because I've got more lactose than I thought, than I was planning. So if it creeps up a little bit, that's fine by me. So let's shut off the cooling. Just going to let that sit there with the lid on. Alright, you can just see the handle on the bottom plate. See how it goes. I'll put up how much hops there are in the boil. Similar to the last brew, really. This brew was going to be the test brew, but then stuff didn't arrive in the post, so yeah. Flow rate hasn't changed. Now it's starting to slow down. Alright, I reckon that's about all we're going to get out of it. Try a little bit again. Alrighty. This time I've got a vessel which can fit this hop spider, and we're just going to lift this up. Oh. Maybe we are. And that just goes in there. Bring you over. Just got that to get rid of. Easy done. This is much easier. The only downside is when I turn the pump on, look what happens. Squirts way over there. So with a ball valve, it'll make it a lot quicker. But you can see here, cleanup's really easy. Just hose it down and straining out. Love it. And the long power cord makes it really easy to just move it around. I've got it on a Bunnings planter box, actually, about 25 bucks. It's not the best casters in the world, but you know, it does the job and it fits the Grainfather, so yeah, too easy. So when we get down to the end of the cleaning, it airlocks. A little hack that I found is if you just put your mash paddle just to the side, resting on the inside, like that, it acts as a little, stops the vortex from happening. So if I turn the pump on, it shouldn't vortex now. Just because it, yes, stops the wort from, the water from gaining speed, and you can get all the liquid out, I reckon. First time trying it. Yep. Too easy.